October 15th, 2024, doing a final walk through Aiteall garden. We are expecting a frost tonight. Tomato plant actually took off finally and grew a few tomatoes out front here. I need to get those picked. I forgot it was here. I planted a little bit of basil and carrots in here. I need to give this a little water and get the lid shut. We're going to see how carrots do through the winter. Glass top to fold down over that. Yellow pear tomatoes. A few left on the plant, not very many. Volunteer cucumber pile here by the compost. And I don't think I've got any left in there, but it managed to get into the apple tree, both here and over here, quite a ways up. Kind of interesting to pick cucumbers out of the apple tree. Did finally get a few strawberry plants moved. Going to work on getting more. Oh yeah, loofahs went a little nuts. This is the main path. A couple of young ones that aren't going to make it. Ought to pick a couple little ones and cook them and try them. But anyway, definitely been dodging these for a while. Few more down that way, and of course around quite a ways down that way, and more to the right down here. Just loofahs everywhere, and they grew all the way down, clear down. A few more here, and the main plant stopped here, just shy of the outside fence. Watermelon vine. I was going to look for this one. Already picked them. Should have done a video a little bit ago. Over on that side in the rack, I found 2 watermelons in the tomato plants. So they are now in the house. I may try to get a picture of those. They were kind of small. Harvested basil seed after the frost, and these dry. I may try a few more. I see a few seeds here I should have harvested. I guess I just broke that one off. Watermelon vine. I don't see any watermelons on this side. Doesn't look like it produced. Turmeric. I'll cut it off in the morning and try to get it dug in the next couple days underground. It won't harm it if I get it cut off soon enough. Same with the cannas, whichever ones I'm going to dig. Flowers. Plan on getting seed off of those. I still haven't done that yet today. Picked the eggplants. Did not get a lot this year, but I did wind up with 5 cookie trays of my eggplant sort of Parmesan pizza. Cucumbers, they've almost all died here in the main patch, or have all died, possibly. Not quite. Right up in there is still alive plants, but basically it's done. Of course, I spoke too soon. This side here had volunteer cucumber, and it went clear up to the top of the 10-foot tomato cage, which is all right because the tomatoes sure didn't do very well. Of course, here is an eggplant that I missed. I forgot where I planted them all. Don't think I'm going to mess with that one much. It's not worth cooking more for just them one or two little ones. Orange marigolds on this side. These are a straight orange. It is getting evening. We have cloud cover. The camera picks up much better than I expected. More flowers down this way. The zinnias, of course, hit well beyond the rack, hitting about 7 foot again this year on some of those blooms. Marigold here is at 6 foot, about like usual. That one as well is 6 foot down there. I think I have 1 or 2 peanut plants. This is a peanut plant, so I'll have to try to dig it possibly tomorrow, and need to weed this area before it drops seed in the actual patch. Done a little bit of weeding and weed moving here. Have not picked hot peppers. Don't think I will. Might some jalapenos. These were supposed to be purple peppers. Of course, I ordered from American Seller and got the wrong things. I've got 1 eggplant I left on purpose. Looked like it was going to be the largest one, so I never harvested it early. And it will be seed for next year, so I got to harvest that shortly and go in and take the seeds out. Small bell pepper I missed. More hot peppers where the purple ones were supposed to be planted. Hopefully they won't mix with my other peppers. I won't be happy. Small tomato plant here. It was a crossbreed of pear tomato and I believe aroma tomato. Not the greatest flavor, so I never even picked any of them once I tried it. I never got my peach tree moved this spring. Peach or apricot, not sure. It had a jump up, so it is beyond 9 foot. Probably beyond 10. So, well, no. Beyond 8 foot. So it won't probably be getting moved. It'll probably have to be removed. Flowers are growing away. Few Romas. I ought to pick a few of those. Haven't got to that yet. Bale of straw I haven't got moved. Thyme I did harvest. We're not focusing very good here. Sorry about this. Let me pause it and see what I can do. Okay, back again. Thyme, harvested some of that. Still got to remove this broken glass. Weeds down through there. I've semi-covered this. There is some basil under there, just kind of an experiment to see if it'll make it. Through the back. Been hauling in junk, but I have got my strawberries planted in my gutters. Of course, tomatoes came up because I had compost in there. Wish I had a place to save a few of these indoors. This one, of course, is already blooming. My white tomatoes back here. That one's a little off. Kind of a yellowish hue now since they're getting older. But strawberries are in the gutters. Drip irrigation in the gutters. So if these survive the winter, hopefully they'll produce. If they don't, I'll be more tomatoes. Boy, they look beautiful. I'll be replanting the tomato or the strawberry plants back into the gutter again next year. But as I said, it's an experiment. Going to see how it works, how well it works. That right there, if I had to guess, is the breed Delicious. Could be wrong, but it really looks that way. About every one of these have that look on the leaves. And then the barrel I done a few years ago. I had a few volunteer lettuce and I planted a few more. Nothing's kind of sprouting in there due to it being dry. Irrigation doesn't really work for sprouting seed in this. That might be a lettuce growing in there. But end up, we'll get some planted next spring in here. Here's seed on the dark side of it. Sprouted. And a couple of them in there. Another one or two back in there. And a larger one that's been there for a while. Now these should survive the frost. Oh, my blackberry, it won't survive the frost. Here is some blackberries just start to ripen. Some more green ones just starting to ripen. Much redder in the photo than what I can see. Got a used sink. Be interested to see about hooking that up next year, and the boys can wash their hands without complaining where or getting water on them. Tomato plant that came up from earlier seed in a tray with the basil. Yellow pear. Thought about moving it indoors, but they get monstrous, so not interested in doing that. And I believe the last tadpole has disappeared from the barrel. Not sure where it went, if it's still in here or what. But time for him to kind of go. The plants have been moved into the shed. Hot pepper in there with those pineapples, I believe. It come up volunteer. Pineapples, that is a turmeric with some ginger in there. Same as this window. The weeds have got to come out. And everything's in there growing. One of the things we'll be doing is cleaning the window to get more sunlight in. Possible future project here. And a large future project here. Just not sure quite what all this is going to be. But of course, I've got bent curved metal over there. Concrete blocks. Straight metal. More curved metal, and a little bit of wood, so I'm sure I can come up with something. Of course, more water barrels for the future. Nice door, some glass, some screen. So that is a walk through the garden. Few hours, all of this will be dead. Cucamelons will all be gone. Nobody wants to show up and pick any. Look at all them beautiful things. Just like a jungle in there. Next year I need to keep this down a little so the peppers can have a little more light. Thinking about doing away with this side as peppers and going here and going over here instead. Few more and baby them a little more maybe. And definitely want to do away with these flowers next year so I can get access to my tomatoes.